Who is an actor that played a villain so well that you still hate the actor? Jack Gleason in Game of Thrones. I hear he is a very nice person. But I still liked watching him get poisoned. Jason Isaacs in The Patriot. Jesse Eisenberg did such a good job at playing such a whiny, entitled little asshole in The Social Network that I can't watch any other movies with him in it without instantly hating his character, whether he's supposed to be likable or not. Pam Ferris as Ms. Agatha Trunchbull. Matilda. A lot of people loathed Ralph Fiennes after Schindler's List, and were quite open about it. He's quite a genial person in interviews, so it must have been quite difficult for him at the time. Paul Reiser as Burke in Aliens. He was such a little shit in that movie, and played that role so well. I forgot he was a comedian. John Noble as Denethor in Lot R. I still get angry watching him eat those tomatoes. Iwan Rheon A.K.A. Ramsay Bolton. Not hate, but after watching Gone Girl, I'm scared of Rosamund Pike. Scared enough to Google her to make sure I spell her name correctly. Percy in The Green Mile. Doug Hutchison. I never wanna see him again. Benny from The Mummy. That no good weasel. Jesse Plemons as Todd from Breaking Bad. Also him in that one episode of Black Mirror. So great at playing gross, fucked up people. Maybe not hate, but the guy who plays Homelander in The Boys is fucking terrifying. Makes you wonder what kind of person he really is. Maybe not a villain per se, but the guy who played Jeremy Jam in Parks and Rec had a face you just needed to punch. And the personality matched perfectly. Anthony Hopkins' wife divorced him in part because he was so creepy in Silence of the Lambs. That deserves an honorable mention. Edit. Correction. It was his girlfriend. Martha Stewart. Louise Fletcher. Best known as Nurse Ratched in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. She's on my mind right now because I'm binge-watching Star Trek Deep Space Nine, in which she occasionally appears as the comparably villainous Vivek Quinn. I haven't looked at John Lithgow the same way since he was Trinity in Dexter. I hated George Costanza. Jason Alexander. For the longest time because of how awful he was to Julia Roberts in Pretty Woman. Joaquin Phoenix in Gladiator. I haven't been able to see him as a protagonist since. I've come to terms with it now. So not exactly what you're looking for, but Joffrey's bitch ass was enduringly infuriating. Andrew Scott as Moriarty. He plays the character so well and I still struggle to see him as anyone else. Javier Bardem. After seeing him as Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men, he creeps me out always. Marcia Gay Harden as Mrs. Carmody in The Mist. Every time she holds up that Bible and quotes from it, I wanted to jump into the TV and choke her. Check out the video of when Margaret Hamilton went on Mr. Rogers. She was upset that when children saw her in public they reacted with fear because they recognized her as the Wicked Witch of the West, so she went on Mr. Rogers' show with her witch's costume, hoping to show children that she is actually a nice person. I don't hate him, but Nightcrawler, Jake Gyllenhaal. He was so damn creepy in that movie that it seemed like he wasn't even acting. Edit. Also, Southpaw, brilliant. The actress who played Umbridge in Harry Potter still makes me tense up in rage when I see her. Just cause I've dealt with administrators like that before, who get off on other people's misery. Michael Shannon in The Shape of Water. I heard he is really a decent person, but I hate his guts now after he tried to electrocute the water man. Not me, but my mother hates the universally loved Neil Patrick Harris because of his role in Gone Girl. I absolutely adore David Tennant, but I couldn't watch him in anything for a while after seeing Jessica Jones. Such an unsettling, creepy character. Matt Damon in Interstellar. His character made me so mad. I was so upset with his whole reveal at the end and how he ruined everything. And then I saw him in The Martian. I couldn't trust him. Willem Dafoe in Spider-Man as Green Goblin. That man's a genius. Every time I see Ted Levine in anything, I reflexively yell out, Buffalo Bill. J.K. Simmons on the show Oz. I can't get his Nazi face out of my head every time I see him. My sister cannot look at Gary Oldman because of Air Force One. Edit. Check this video out. Billy Zane in Titanic. Jamie Murray as Lila in Dexter. Outlander series. Tobias Menzies when he played Black Jack Randall. I couldn't stand him. Bryce Dallas Howard as Hilly in The Help. From her perfectly coiffed red hair to that upturned nose. I fucking hate her. She played that part so well that when I watched the Jurassic Park series one could not look at her. Eat my shit, Hilly. The actor who played Negan in The Walking Dead. Great actor though. Kathy Bates in Misery, can't watch her in anything. Lena Headey. Jonathan Pryce the High Sparrow. Shooter McGavin. Fuck that dude. Idris Elba in The Office. Go back to Satakoy Steel, you fucking fuck. The guy who played Ben on Lost. I could see him playing Christ and still think of him as Ben. Such an evil dude. Danny Glover as Mr. from The Color Purple. I hated him as a child because of how mean he was. I couldn't separate the actor from the role he was playing. Edit. Thanks for the award. It's my first one. Angela from The Office. I had to re-watch a shit ton of the bloopers just to get my brain to understand that she wasn't faking in the bloopers and being herself in the show. Even now when I see her in things and she smiles I am still not convinced that it's a lie and she is plotting something horrible. Todd Packer. The Office. I hated Matt Damon for years after The Departed. Rodney Dangerfield did such a good job on Natural Born Killers that my wife can't look at him the same. Lots of good answers here. I always see Bradley Cooper as Sack from Wedding Crashers. He played being a dick so well I do not think he was even acting. Seemed way too natural. Stanley Tucci in The Lovely Bones. Christoph Waltz as Hans Landa in Inglourious Bastards. Hate that Nazi fucker. Honestly. That guy that played the professor in Legally Blonde. The first time I saw Tim Roth was in Rob Roy and I hated him for a while after that. Then he became one of my favorite actors. Zachary Quinto playing Sylar in Heroes. It doesn't help that I shared an office for a while with a guy that was basically his twin and also, I'm pretty sure, a creepy gun-obsessed sociopath. Kevin Spacey in House of Cards. I had to stop watching the show because it stressed me out how much the awful, evil people kept winning. And this was before our current political climate. And then of course Spacey ended up being a huge creep anyway. Everyone on 13 Reasons Why. Aidan Gillen as Littlefinger in GOT. He did such a great job that he actually pisses me off just thinking about him. The lady from The Parent Trap. Charles from Diary of a Mad Black Woman. Tony Goldwyn in Ghost. I don't actually hate him that much. But a lot of people hated him after the movie came out. They'd yell at him on the street for killing Patrick Swayze. Even waiters were rude to him. He has kind of an evil face. The actress Pam Ferris, who played Miss Trunchbull in Matilda and Aunt Marge in Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. The woman is gifted at playing characters people love to loathe. Parker Posey as Dr. Smith in Lost in Space. Her stupid face too. Everything about that character infuriates me. What pisses me off the most is the other characters allowing for her bullshit. Just stuff her in a box and let her drift out into space. Jeffrey and Ramsey from GOT, though the real villains were D&D for ruining the series. Bro Lovely Bones. Eric Bana in Dirty John. Reminds me so much of my ex-husband it literally almost made me vomit. Everyone's saying Game of Thrones characters so I guess I will too. David Bradley. Waldar Frey. My god I hate him, he's in the Cornetto trilogy and he's hilarious but I still see him as the man who caused the Red Wedding. Louise Fletcher as Kai Wynn on DS9. The actor who played Bryce on 13 Reasons Why got unbelievable amounts of hate and hostility for the character. The guy that played Smith in The Matrix. Every movie since. He looks like a villain. Bellatrix Lestrange.